Hey guys, welcome back. And today we look into uh, a different version of match function, or I would say an advanced version of match function, which is xmatch. Okay. So what xmatch does is it works the same way as what match does, but it gives you the relative position of the data found in array or selected range as what match does. Um, Now, there is a limitation to what xmatch does. It is limited to utilizing a single row or column, but not compatible with multiple columns. Now, manually finding the position of the items in lengthy data sets is very time consuming and tedious. You know that in a match function. So the xmatch function is exclusively used for this, and it is available in the latest versions like Excel 365 and Excel 2021. So this is one of the advanced function that you can use. Okay. Now xmatch as compared to match, let me copy the same syntax what a match had. So xmatch, if you have, I'll put xmatch. It has the lookup value as we had earlier seen. So you have the lookup value, you have the lookup array where you need to select for. Then you have the match mode, which is optional. And lastly, we have in xmatch, we also have the search mode. So how you want to search your particular text or particular lookup value. Okay. Now the match mode can have match mode can have four types of value. Zero, this is by default. Okay. Sorry, 0, which is by default. Let me, why it is not able to type. Okay, 0 by default, which is the exact match. Then you have -1. It represent the smallest value from the exact match. Then you have 1, which is the largest value from the exact match. And lastly, 2. It specifies that it has a wildcard character which needs to be matched. Okay, so these are the values you can use in match mode. Then you have the search mode. Okay, search mode has three types of value. Okay, sorry, four types of value. So the first is 1, which will help to search from first to the last in a particular array of an array. Then you have -1, where search begins in reverse form. Okay, from the lower end till the upper end. Then you have 2. This is used for binary search depending on defined array, but sorted in a non-descending form. So we will not check on 2 and -2. What I have majorly used 99% of the time is 1 and -1, which is either to search from first to last or last to first. Okay, sounds good. So let's use the same thing that we have used earlier. That's the quantity. But first, before using match function, we use the sort. So I am sorting quantity in an ascending order. So I have this quantity in a ascending order. Okay. And there are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 values in quantity. Okay, let's try to first use xmatch without any match mode or any kind of match mode or search mode. So I'll say is equal to xmatch. Oh, is equal to xmatch. Then I have a particular value to search for in quantity, and then I'll select the array. That is the quantity which I have sorted. Okay. Very, very important. If you do not have any value, then it will give you an error. You need to have some value. So if I say 1, it is not giving me any value. So if I say 20, yes, it is giving me the position of 20, which is at second position. Okay, so 20 is at second position. Let me do this way. Let me use this time. Let me use category. I want this category to be used for my match. Let me sort the category as well. So previously in our match function, we used numbers. This time, let's use text to sort, which will help us to give us a fair idea about how this particular function works on text as well. Yeah. So let me put ball. Yeah. You can see ball is at the fifth position. Yeah. Hence, it is giving me the answer. Let me search for electronics. Is my spelling right? Okay. No. So electronics is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Now, as I told you, match mode 0 is by default. Echo. Yeah. So it gives me the exact match. Okay. So, and 1 is by default, wherein it starts from first in the search mode. 1 is from by default, where it starts from the first to the last. Now, if I use the match, let me use this again. Have I moved the, okay, I have moved the array. Okay. Now let me put the match as exact match, which is 0. Let me start the search from 1, which will give me the same answer, which is 10th position. But look what happens if I put the search mode as -1. It gives me the answer as 14 because it is searching in a reverse order. Yeah. So in this array, yeah, this has 18 position. Now, if I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the search has happened from the bottom of the array in a reverse order, and it has found electronics, which is in the 14th position in this particular array. Hence, it is giving me 14. Suppose I would have added books here, it is giving me the 6th position, which is pretty right. Yeah, it is the 6th position, the first occurrence of books. But if I use the books, the same thing here with -1, yeah, it starts searching from below and it searches for books, first occurrence of books from in the reverse order. So the first occurrence for books in the reverse order is this one. And what is the position of this particular occurrence of book is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th. So this particular books is at 9th position if it starts from the reverse order. Okay, so that's the difference between 1 and -1 in the search mode. 2 and -2 will not do it because it's hardly being used. What we wanted to check was the first is 0 that we checked right now. Now let's keep the search mode aside and let's start working on the match mode now. Yeah, so we'll use the same thing again. Yeah, we use books. But let me try to use books in a smaller letters. So you can see here, I'm using books in a smaller letter. So either you write books particular alphabets in capital letter or small letter, it doesn't matter because match is case insensitive. Yeah, so it will not look whether it is in capital letters or small letters or proper mixed characters. It will give you the first occurrence of this particular word in this particular array. Yeah, so it is case insensitive. That's what I wanted to show. Okay, so 0, it is exact match, but since it is books, it can use any kind of case insensitive case to search for. Yeah. Now let's try to identify the other option. So our next option is exact match or smaller. So let's use -1. So it gives you exact match. But suppose I write book. Yeah. So it will give me exact match or smaller. Yeah. So it is 6. So let me write BALK. Yeah. Or BAL. Ball. Okay, it is still taking. Oh my God. I'm said 8. This case incentive, as I told you, this is 10, I guess. Yeah, 10th position. Ball. Yeah, you can see ball is 5th position. Now, since we have used -1, which is smaller, let me see if I put BABB, which is smaller, it will give me 1. Yeah, which is smaller than this particular position that we are looking out for. Let me see BAZZ. It is giving me 5th position. Yeah, -1. Let me use -2. Sorry, 1 is there. Exact match or higher. This is giving me 6th position, which is higher position. Okay. Since it was -1, it was giving me a lower position. Let me use for this particular higher or lower, let me use the quantity once again. That way you would be able to understand more what I'm trying to convey. Let me sort this based on quantity, ascending order or descending order, whatever it may be. So let me search for 50. It gives me the 5th position, which is right over here. Yeah. Now X match, I'm trying to find out 55. Yeah. This is 1. Yes. So it is trying to find the highest side of 55. So 55 is between 50 and 60. Yeah. When I am adding the match mode as 1, it is trying to find the exact match or next larger item. Yeah. So the next larger item is 60, hence its position is 6. If I add instead of 1, if I add -1, it is trying to find the exact match on next smaller value, which is at 5th. So 50, 60, again, 55 is between 50 and 60. But since it is trying to find the exact match on next smaller value, the smaller value between 50 and 60 is 50. Hence, it is giving me the position of 50, which is 5th position. Okay. And lastly, if you are using wildcard characters, then you can use 2. Okay. So this is how you can use xmatch function, which has more options towards searching a particular value within an array, and which will help you to find the relative position. The most important thing that you need to understand between match and xmatch both is that you need to have the data in a sorted manner. That's very, very, very important. Okay. Now, suppose, as I told you, I'll show you and important thing that is, uh, I want to show you how you can do a match of a particular data using index. So I'll show you a quick example. So suppose I use index. I want to do a metric search. Okay, I want to know the rating. So I'll first sort this data as per ID. Okay, now I'm sorted. Now I want to search by ID and I want to find the quantity of a particular ID. Yes, quantity of a particular ID. Then what I can do is I would say is equal to, that is a metric search. Index, okay. I'll say I need to specify the array. So I'm specifying the array. Okay. Next, I have to specify the row number. Yeah. So the row number can be achieved using the match function. So I'll say match. Okay. Match. I would say give me the row number of a particular cell that I specify, ID that I specify here. Yeah. So I'm specifying the ID here, comma, from which column. So I am specifying from here. I want to get the row ID, comma, I want the column number. So from here, what do I want to look out for? So I want to look out for the quantity. So I'll say match. I'll say quantity. Yes. Oh, match. I need to specify what I want to find. So I'll say quantity, comma. And where do I have to find the quantity? I have to find the quantity here in the above one. I'll press enter. Okay. Now I specify which ID that I want to specify is 8 and column that I need to specify is the quantity. Am I doing it right? Let me see what I'm doing wrong. Have I written anything wrong? Let me see the formula. The cell has an error. Let me see what is the error that I'm trying to get. Okay, I have added incorrect column. So let me put it this way. Now specify enter, no. Let me check the formula once again. So I am looking out for a cell in A3. I'm looking out for a cell in A3. Put A3 here. I'm selecting the entire cell, which is right. I am selecting the entire column, which is again right. Then, yeah, it should give me the right answer. A3. Okay, this column also has to interact. Okay, let me see if it's able to give me the answer. No, I have specified something in. Okay, I have not specified the brackets. Okay, yeah, you can see it. So for eighth ID number 8, the quantity is 80. Yeah. Same way, if I specify expenses, suppose I want to know the category, I'll specify category. For ID number, have I specified anything incorrect now? Category is right. Where am I going wrong now? Category. That's right. Let me specify the, should give incorrect. A3 to A21. Yes, that is right. Let me write expenses. Let me see if it's able to find the expenses. So expenses. CPS. Yes, you are able to get the expenses here. You can see here for 10, the expenses is 1750. Okay. So this is how you can do a matrix match. So I can say, give me the expenses for third, which is 4. So what it does is it is doing me a matrix match as per the criteria that I'm selecting. Yeah. So it becomes very dynamic. Hence, I was saying that it is in advanced functions, and batch and xmatch could be used along with index to this to this to do this kind of advanced analytics, or use them in an advanced way to look up for particular values. Yeah. Hope I was able to make this concept clear on xmatch, match, and how we can use it in index and xmatch. Instead of xmatch, you can use match, which I have used here right now. You can see here, I have used match. You can use xmatch. That will not make any kind of difference as such towards getting the output. Okay. Hope I was able to make this concept clear on xmatch. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with a colleague who want to learn Excel. Comment if you want me to cover any topics in this 365 days of Excel journey. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because that's how you're going to get all the future videos that I upload on YouTube. And yeah, that will also keep me motivated towards creating such free content. Thank you so much.